Well, very good evening and welcome as we get set for tonight's matchup with the Lady Buffs hosting Midwestern State here at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University as the Lady Buffs come into this one. Ranked number 17 in the country, come in with a 10-1-2 record, while Midwestern comes in with a 5-6-1 mark on the season. For the Lady Buffs, they needed just one goal off the foot of Maria Francis Serrant to defeat St. Edwards 1-0. Reagan Heelan made 5 saves in that contest en route to her 8th shutout. The road conference victory was the first for the WT Lady Buffs this season in conference play. As we take a look at how the conference standings are currently at the moment, Dallas Baptist is in first place with a 6-1-1 record. And next is Angelo State at 6-2. And the Lady Buffs are third, 4-1-2. And again, Dallas Baptist 10-1-1. Angelo State 11-2-1. And the Lady Buffs are 10-1-2. St. Edwards is next after that. But again, the big win for the Lady Buffs at St. Edwards on Wednesday propelled them into this match here this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, as they get set to host Midwestern State. And tonight, of course, is the J. Hogeland ALS awareness game. And so basically what that means, the Lady Buffs will be wearing red tops, white shorts for this one, red socks, as all of the Lady Buffs team are dressed in red and white. Midwestern will be in their road gold uniforms with maroon numerals as they get set for this one tonight. We'll take a timeout and come back with our starting lineups after this break. This is the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
And welcome back as we get set for tonight's matchup. The starting lineups have been introduced. First for Midwestern State. Their lineups will look this way. In goal tonight will be Lexi Jackson. She'll be joined by Nicole Barsakalik, also Allison Salinas, Cassidy Savoy, Isabel Cruz, Janae Sanchez, Santa Garcia, McKinney Ganzel, Maya Warrior, and Lexi Beck, and Emma Short. We'll go through the WT lineup momentarily after our national anthem. Well, as we go through the starting lineup for West Texas A&M, for the Lady Buffs, it'll be Reagan Heelan in goal. and she has pitched 7 shutouts so far this season. Emily Avila, who was also on the Lone Star Conference Player of the Week, as the Lady Buffs earned 2 of the 3 weekly awards handed about the LSC, as Emily Avila's game winner in their matchup last week against Angelo State. And then, of course, the Defensive Player of the Week there. And then Reagan Heelan was the Goalkeeper of the Week. Elsewhere starting out, Reagan Medical, also Ashley Silvestre, Kinda Brenton, Mandy Stricker, Maya Mendoza, Asha James, Maria Francis Surant, Zoe Bean, and Nicole Gray get the starts for the Lady Buffs tonight, again in their red tops and white shorts, again in honor of Jay Hogeland ALS awareness game for tonight's contest. Lady Buffs come in ranked 17th in the country, averaging 2.15 goals per game, while Midwestern averaging 1.67 goals per game. Lady Buffs outshoot Midwestern 16-14. And then as far as goals against average, WT only allowing 0.38 goals per contest, while Midwestern averaging 1.33 in this contest, or so far this season. So again, always an interesting matchup along the 287 corridor between these two, Midwestern State and the Lady Buffs. So this one we expect to be no different. Dallas Baptist remains the top team in the country, as the number 1 overall top team in the country. Also listed on that list is West Texas at number 17 for the Lady Buffs. And so Angelo State receives some votes for the top 25 in the country. So again, that's kind of how the rankings have been. Lady Buffs have been as high as 10 this season, and right now sit at number 17 in the country. And again, number 3 in the Lone Star Conference. And so try to continue their push there as they get set for this one this evening. Bryce Sheets happy to be coming your way on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. Chad Webb has his team out ready to go. Final instructions for the Lady Buffs, and we are set to get this one underway for tonight. So Lady Buffs will be going from right to left. Midwestern in their road gold uniforms will be going from left to right with maroon numerals. Lady Buffs in white tops with red tops with white numerals. And we are set to get this one underway. And the first kick controlled by WT as they have it and get things set up, ready to go. Over to the right side. Trying to drive it up is Mendoza. She will have it kicked out of bounds, so she'll throw it in, get Asha James. Asha working the sideline, kicks it back to Mendoza. Mendoza will work it to the back line. Now they'll reset it. She goes along the far sideline, tries to kick it up and does in the middle. Gray will attack. Tries to get through the traffic, but credit Midwestern, able to knock that one away. Asha James retreats. Now will reset. Comes across the field. That one's going to be taken away by Midwestern. And attacking the other way, Midwestern gets it across the midline. And pushing it was McKenna Gansel. But Lady Buffs take it back. Medical brings it up, has it taken away by Gansel. Gansel will attack, goes toward the middle. Lady Buffs come up and make the steal. That's deflected. Back to Midwestern. Sarant comes up, puts pressure as they get it back to Jana Sanchez. Janae gets it over into the middle. Now over to the far side of the field. Now controlling it across the line, Cassidy Savoy looks to kick it to the middle. Lady Buffs come up and make the theft. Attacking back the other way for WT. Silvestre comes to the middle, gets it to Sarant. Back. There's a big boot up the middle by Kendall Britton. Britton tried to set it up for Gray, but just got beyond her. So Midwestern will bring it back the other way. Over on the near side, attacking now is Janae Sanchez. Gets it across. Taken away by Medical. Lady Buffs will attack. Silvestre will get it up toward the middle, trying to feed it up ahead to Gray. Can't get it there, though, and Midwestern comes back with a loose ball. Again, no clock here at the pitch tonight. There was a little technicality earlier today, so they have yet to get that fixed. Medical will attack the other way, so we'll give you the time countdown. There's a nice feed up ahead to Saran. Saran has it, has Gray over in the middle. She will dribble up, comes back. Now looks, finds Medical. Medical takes it to the corner, slows it, goes toward the goal. That's going to be too long, and across the bar, and we'll go out to the right side, and we'll go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Midwestern. Mustangs come into this one 5-6-1 on the season. And they had a tough match against Dallas Baptist last week. They fell 1-0 to the number 1 team in the country. Olivia Koye and Cassidy Savoy are the leaders for this Mustang team this year. Medical comes down on the left side again. Now we'll come back. Nope. Nice altered her position. Kicks it over toward the middle. James. She'll go up. Has a left hip footed kick, but won't take it. Comes back. Goes back toward the middle. Now guides herself in that way. Comes in, trying to feed it in. Can't. Trying to get it to Sarong. Goes to the left corner of the goal, but that one knocked away. And so that will be a goal kick for the Lady Mustangs. So they get set to put this one in play. Goalie Lexi Jackson will put her foot into it right at the midline. That's going to be controlled by the Lady Buffs. James has it. Back and kicking it up ahead, up to the goal, but pulling that one in. She was trying to feed it on the right side to Gray, but goalie was able to come up and get it, and Lexi Jackson puts it back in play. Midwestern controls it at the midline, over on the far side of the field. As they push, trying to get up toward the middle, Lady Buffs are going to head that one out. This is going to be a kick back over on the near side. Medical will control it. Reagan will dribble it up, comes up. A lot of contact, no call. She kicks it across the way. Silvestre will boot it up ahead, trying to get it to Sarant. Sarant gets it back. Mendoza. Maya back to Sarant. Maria Francis attacks. Takes it toward the middle. Nice dribble around the left side. Tries to take it back to the middle. As James coming over, tries to feed her. Asha has it. Goes over to the left side. Mendoza will lob it up toward the goal and try to get it for a header for Sarant. But credit Lexi Jackson coming up and grabbing a hold of that one. So Jackson will let the offense get set for Midwestern State. And she'll put her foot into this one across the midline. It's going to be controlled by the Lady Buffs. Now Midwestern with it. A lot of contact over on the left side. Back toward Heelan in goal. Heelan will bring it to the right side to beat. Kendall Britton will bring it up with her left foot. Dribble through, kicks it to Medical on the near side. Medical will try to feed it up ahead to Bean. Does, or check it up ahead to Gray. Nicole tried to cross over back to the middle, trying to feed it up, but there wasn't anybody there. That's going to be thrown out of bounds and be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. So Medical gets set to throw this one in. Gets it into Asha James. James will come back to Britton. Britton to Gray. Gray, for a moment, coming over trying to run that down was Mandy Stricker. Attacking the other way. Lady Buffs have it on the right side. Mendoza will dribble to the right side. Now takes it in the box. Trying to launch it inside. Trying to get it to Servan, but that one is going to be kicked back, kicked out of bounds. Servan had a couple of chances. Maria Francis could just get the right oomph on that one that time. So it goes and becomes a goal kick. And Lexi Jackson will put this one in play. Over on the far side, Mendoza will run it down for the Lady Buffs. Mendoza feeds it up ahead. Nice feed. Gets it out to Asha James, and that one is going to be kicked out of bounds. That'll be a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. So James will go over and put her foot into this one. So James will head over, so too will Reagan Medical. James says she's ready, launches this one toward the goal. There's a head, there's a shot, there's one toward the goal, and it is going to be still fought for. Lady Buffs come away with, there's a late trip, no call, no whistle. And they're going to say Midwestern's ball as that one goes out of bounds. This will be a goal kick. So getting set to put her foot into it is Lexi Jackson. Jackson puts it in play. Across the midline, Lady Buffs control it. A loose scramble for the ball, coming away with it. Midwestern has it over on the far side of the field. Trying to push it up. It's Cassidy Savoy. Savoy to the middle, and it got knocked back to her, then back over in the middle. Now comes on the near side. Trying to dribble through traffic is Janae Sanchez. Sanchez is held up by Kendall Britton, and that goes out, and that will be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. So Hogeland will put it in play. Controlling it is Britton, gets it over toward the middle. Now driving it is Emily Avila. Avila looks over to the right side. Now they go back to Hogeland in goal. Here's a lob up to the Lady Buffs, trying to run that down. It's Medical, but it's taken away by Midwestern. Attacking now the other way is Savoy. Savoy kicks it up ahead. Lady Buffs make the steal. Britton comes back, kicks it over to James. Asha kicks it back. Mendoza. And Mendoza will take it across the midline. Now she'll get it to the middle. Trying to get it to James. James has it. Over on the near side, it goes to Britton. Britton will bring it up. Finds Medical. Medical will cross over, take it toward the middle, getting pushed from behind. There's a shot toward the goal, but the goalie able to bring that one down. So Lexi Jackson makes the stop, and she'll bring it out as Midwestern will get set to put their offense back in action. Karen Martin, a 5'6" freshman from Salina, Texas, set to check in at the next opportunity for the Lady Mustangs. This one's going to be controlled by the Lady Buffs. Medical keeps it in bounds. Goes over on the near side to Janae Sanchez. She gets it back to the goalie. Lexi Jackson will put this one back in play. Goes over to the far side of the field. Mendoza runs this one down, kicks it back. Lady Buffs will control it. Try to the middle. Silvestre over on the near side. Gets it to Golden. To Britton. Kendall. Back to Avila. To James. James. Lady Buffs slowly working their way on the offensive side on Midwestern's end. Controlling now Servant. She and James play pitch and catch, and Just didn't communicate well on that pass. Lady Buffs control it. Back to Britton. Over on the far side, and that's Zoe Bean who controls it up ahead. Mendoza now will drive on the right side. She'll drive toward the middle. Lobs it up in the middle. That's going to be headed out by Midwestern. Mendoza runs it down. They get it on the near side. Britton controls it. She finds Medical. Reagan toward the goal. Trying to get it toward the middle to Gray, but that was going to be booted out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Buff with the throw in. So Medical will get this one in to James. Asha. Dribbling behind, takes it behind her back, goes over toward the middle, has it taken away by Midwestern. It's lobbed up. Running it down for Midwestern, Isabella Cruz. Gets it back to the goal. And getting it out of there is Lexi Jackson. Lady Buffs control it. Medical has it. Looks to take it up on the left near side. Looks to crossover, doubled up, double team there. Gets pushed out of bounds. And that's going to be a foul called on Midwestern. We're going to see if they're going to say, yeah, they're going to still call it a foul. I thought they were going to make her go to the corner, but instead she'll kick it on the near side down in the left corner. Medical boots it up, and goalie comes up and makes a nice grab. Lexi Jackson trying to get a header up there for the Lady Buffs, unable to do so. So Jackson will get everybody back. 5'6" redshirt sophomore from Lubbock. A lot of players from Wichita Falls on this MSU team. There's a kick up the head that Hogeland will grab a hold of. She'll wait for the offense to get set as she gets set to put her foot into it. Comes over on the near side. Kendall Britton will bring it up. Britton finds Medical. Medical back to the middle. Sylvester, or check it. Silvestre has it now. Stricker on the right side. Finds Savant to James over on the right side of Mendoza. Mendoza attacks now along the right sideline, trying to set it up. Kicks it toward the middle. Scramble for the loose ball. James comes away with it. Taken away. Silvestre over on the near side. Gets it. Shot on the way by Strickers. Just over. Oh, she had a good shot at that one, and it just sailed barely over the top of the crossbar. We watch on the replay here. Stricker just had a nice move. She gets it over on the near side, takes it in the middle, puts her right foot into it, and it just goes over the top crossbar. Jackson puts it back in play.
Entering the field for the Mustangs, number 24,
Taryn Martin with the stoppage of play did come in. Asha James, Medical, has it. Being doubled up. She takes it in the middle, is tripped up. And there's going to be a foul called on Midwestern. So Asha James will control this one. And they'll set it up. Pleasant night here in Canyon for the start of this one. As James gets set to get this one. 77 degrees is our current temperature. Light winds, which is unusual. Coming in from the northwest at 4. Expecting showers tomorrow, but a pleasant night tonight. James lodges this one toward the goal. It's going to be headed out by the Lady Buffs, or excuse me, by Midwestern. They'll get it out. Mendoza runs it down, kicks it back. Going over on the right side is Bean. Zoe looks to get it up, controlled by the Lady Buff. Silvestre puts her foot into it, and that was just wide. Had a shot, she knew it too. and just put it just wide. Amarillo National Bank, we'd like to thank them for their support of WT Athletics. Amarillo National Bank, locally owned, family strong, and here to stay. Jackson gets set to put her foot into this one. Comes up on the near side. Midwestern heads it across the midline. They keep it going up ahead, trying to run it down. Over on the near side is Lexi Beck. Beck gets it in the middle, a lot of contact. Nice dribbling in the middle, and that one is taken away. Lady Buffs get it out. That's over on the near sideline. Nice dribbling. Again, Beck gets it toward the middle, headed up. Heelan comes up with it. And so she'll bring it out. Gets it out at the midline. Midwestern controls it. The shot on the near side, trying to feed it up. Lady Buffs will knock it away. Here's a shot. Nope. Western tries for the corner kick, but was a nice grab by Heelan. There's a couple opportunities there for Isabella Cruz. So nice save by Heelan. Across the midline, Lady Buffs control it. Asha James trying to feed it up ahead to Maria Servant. That's going to be kicked out of bounds by Midwestern. So a throw in for the Lady Buffs. So Medical will run down and get set to throw this one in. Gets it in quickly to James. James controls it. Goes over toward the middle, trying to get it to Servant. Servant tries to lob it up again. And they're going to call that offsides on the Lady Buffs. So a free kick for Midwestern. They put it in play. Across the way, scramble for the loose ball. Avila takes it away. Silvestre dribbles in toward the middle. Has it, comes back to Medical. Medical lobs it up ahead, trying to get it on a feed to Gray. Can't do so. So Lexi Jackson will put it back in play. So Jackson boots this one over the midline. It's going to be headed back toward the goal. Scramble for the loose ball. With it, Isabella Cruz tries to take it in the middle. Pressure as that one is knocked away. Lady Buffs goalie Heelan able to come up with that one. Big powerful kick though by Isabella Cruz. Cruz, a sophomore from Pflugerville, put a lot on that one. Here's the feed up to Medical. Medical up ahead to Gray. Gray will attack. Takes it along the left sideline, tries to feed it in the middle. Maria Francis. Serrant can't get there, and sliding up quickly to haul that in. Lexi Jackson, she had to go quick because Serrant was right there. So the Lady Mustangs will attack on the far side. Lady Buffs come up with a loose ball. Now again, Midwestern has it, comes over to the near side. Trying to attack. Just fire one toward the goal. Heelan's able to run that one down. Shot by Savoy. And Heelan will walk it out. We played about 20 minutes in this one. Still have about 25 here in the scoreless first half. Lady Buffs attack. Midwestern takes it back on the near side. They get it up ahead. Kicking it toward the goal was Savoy once again. Lady Buffs are able to bring it out. They kick it up ahead to Gray. Gray trying to get ahead of the contact. Does, and she's pushed down. And let's see. There's going to be a foul on that one, and there is. So free kick for the Lady Buffs. Medical will control this one. So Medical will get the offense set up the way that Chad Webb wants it to be. She has also James over on her right. She'll aim this one toward the goal, and Jackson able to pull that one in. So Jackson will walk it out and get ready to put it in play as Midwestern retreats, sets up their offense. Jackson, that's headed back by the Lady Buffs at the midline. Making the steal. Lady Buffs attack the other way. Mendoza, a lot of contact. Taken away by Midwestern. Over toward the middle. That one kicked at the referee. She kicked it right back. You don't see that too often, but they are out in the middle of the field, so there is that possibility. So Sanchez will get it up ahead, headed back by the Lady Buffs. Silvestre controls it, but Midwestern makes the theft. Get it back, bring it across the midline. It's a shot toward the middle. Lady Buffs come up to make that theft. Here's a feed up ahead to Medical. Medical kicks it back to the middle. Trying to get it up to James, but that's a slide tackle taking it away. Now the Lady Buffs feed it up ahead, trying to get it to Silvestre. Gray, just too much oomph on that kick, so that turns over back to Midwestern State. Midwestern attacks across the midline. They get it over on the far side of the field. Now there's a cross toward the middle. Lady Buffs come up and make the theft. They take it back and kick it out of bounds, so a throw in for Midwestern. So coming in for Midwestern State, Alexandria Sandlin. She is a grad student from Irving, Texas. She comes in for Emma Short, who comes out. It was a try by Midwestern, but it was taken away by Hogeland. She controls it and will bring it out. She'll go across the field. Taking it up is Zoe Bean. That's going to be out of bounds. Another throw in for Midwestern. Bad throw in. Lady Buffs make the steal. They bring it back to Hogeland in goal. She'll pick it up. Kicks back over on the far side. That's controlled by the Lady Buffs. Now a battle for it. Midwestern makes the steal. They go toward the middle. Back to knock that one away is Britton. Come over on the near side of Medical. Reagan will go back to Britton. Kendall will go to the middle. Trying to get it to Stricker. She crosses over the midline. Still a lot of contact. And that's going to be a WT throw-in. So nice. Mandy Stricker with a nice effort, the 5'5" senior from Bloomfield, Colorado. And Medical will get the throw-in. Medical working down the line. The official says move back. So now we'll let Britton throw this one in. Try to get it up ahead to Gray. And that one's going to be headed out by Midwestern. Gray, though, fighting for the ball. Trying to make it. It's going to be kicked out of bounds, and that'll be a Midwestern, or I should say a WT throw-in. Medical gets it into James. Asha goes across the field, trying to get it over to Silvestre, but it was taken away by Midwestern. The Mustangs attack over on the far side of the field. Scramble for the loose ball. WT comes away with it. They get it back. Emily Avila will bring it up. Avila Well, trying to lead it up ahead to Gray, but broken up nicely by Midwestern back the other way. They get it to Savoy. Savoy tries to cross over toward the middle. A little further than she wanted to go, but still Midwestern controls it. They get it on the left side. Now in the box, they take a shot, and that one's going to be run down by Hogeland. Reagan will bring it out. So Hogeland puts it in play, across the way. Zoe Bean will work it back to Hogeland. She'll try to get it up ahead, trying to get it to Mendoza, but it's taken away by Midwestern. Loose ball, scramble for it. WT comes away with it. We're on the right side now. Mendoza has it, tries to feed it to Saran. Maria Francis tries to dribble through traffic, does. Tried to go with a back kick, comes over on the right side. They lob it up ahead. With it now, Stricker up to Medical. It's knocked away by Midwestern. That one is controlled by Medical. With it, Stricker brings it back. Kendall Britton now controls it for the Lady Buff. She goes in the middle, trying to get it to Asha James. James lost her footing on it, taken away by Midwestern. This series an interesting one. 24-22 and 3. WT has the advantage by 2. So a well-fought series between the Lady Mustangs and the Lady Buffs. This goes back to Hogeland in goal. She'll reset the offense for WT. Out it comes attacking over on the far side. Get it to Mendoza. Maya Mendoza will work it toward the middle. Now comes across. Sprints ahead. Tries to feed it up ahead. She's going to be tripped up. No call. As Mendoza hits the turf and Lexi Jackson comes up with the ball. So Jackson gets set to put this one in play. It's controlled by Midwestern. Lady Buffs. Hogeland comes up and grabs it. So Reagan will come up. Put her foot into it across the midline. James has it. Comes over to Medical. Medical will dribble up. Reagan tries to feed it up. Head Sharon. Maria Francis. Nice crossover. Marie's shot is just wide. What a nice feed from Medical to Saran. Just missed momentarily. Nice effort, though, on that one. And again, you see, here's the feed up from Medical. Gets a nice feed to Saran. Crosses over here. Tries to put her right foot into it. Instead of going to the far corner, try to come back to the near corner, and that one got away. 15 minutes left in this one. So Jackson will boot this one up toward the midline. And a scramble for it. Coming away with it. Midwestern has it, trying to go toward the middle. And offside's called on Midwestern. So it'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. So with it, Kendall Britton will put this in play, the sophomore from Pflugerville. Britton has it, controls it, tries to feed it toward the middle. Avila puts her foot into it, trying to feed it up to Mendoza. Mendoza will run this one down, keep it in play, dribble over toward the middle, tries to feed it to Gray. That's going to be booted out by the Lady Mustangs, so it'll be a Lady Buff throw-in. 14 minutes left to play in this first half. It's scoreless between Midwestern and the number 17 ranked Lady Buffs of West Texas A&M. Get it toward the middle, knocked away by Midwestern. They'll boot it up across the midline. Vila will run it down for the Lady Buffs. Kicks it over to Hogeland. Hogeland controls it. Comes out on the near side to Britton. Kendall will bring it up. Comes up to Medical. Medical tries to lob it up ahead, but that's going to be headed back by Midwestern. Trying to get it up to Maria Francis Saran. Lady Buffs steal it back the other way. Up ahead to Stricker. Mandy goes on the right side, takes it quickly, gets around pressure, goes toward the middle, tries to feed it in the middle. She still controls it. Left-footed shot is just wide. Nice opportunity there for the Lady Buffs once again as well. Mandy Stricker trying to get the left foot to drop in there, just unable to do so. So that'll be a corner kick for the Lady Buffs as that was knocked out of bounds by Midwestern. So Asha James gets set to put this one in play. Asha says she's ready, puts her foot into it. There's a header up by Midwestern to knock it away. Lady Buffs running down, Medical on the drive, comes up toward the middle, sprints around the defender, goes toward the middle, crosses over, tried to feed it up ahead to Surratt. There's a header, Lady Buffs. Oh, Jackson comes out, nice hands, able to pull that one in. So Jackson gets set to put this one back in play. Across the midline, Lady Buffs knock it back. Midwestern runs it down. They bring it to the middle. Here's a feed up on the right side. Trying to do the give and go. They can't there. Now they do feed it back on the near side. That one is going to be taken away by the Lady Buffs. Midwestern takes it back the other way, and that's a ricochet off of Britton, but Heelan, jogging on the spot, able to pull that one in as that ricocheted off of Britton. She was trying to get out of the way, unable to do so. So Britton controls it. She'll bring it to the middle. Stricker. Back to Britton. She'll go to the middle. Silvestre will cross it over. Avila will attack. She'll try to feed it up ahead, but that's too far. The goalie able to pull that one in. So Midwestern will attack the other way. Try to get it up to the middle, but the Lady Buffs make the theft at the midline. Over on the right side, Mendoza trying to run this one down.
Right there,
There's James trying to get it back to the middle, and that's going to be kicked out by Midwestern. Silvestre knocked away. James heads it up on the right side. Midwestern comes away with it. They kick it over on the far side along the sideline. Scramble, and then there was a grab. That's a foul on Midwestern's. Salinas. Alyssa just got a hold of Mendoza, kind of pushed, grabbed a hold of her jersey, so there'll be a free kick for the Lady Buffs. Vila will put this in play. She launches this toward the goal, and it gets by the goalie, and just took a big hop. And the goalie just couldn't find that one. Watch this one. Avila puts her foot into it. It bounces high past the goalie. Had it been on line, that would have been a goal for the Lady Buffs. Substitution in for Midwestern. Desiree Morgas comes in. She's a junior from El Paso. That one's going to be headed out of bounds, and it will be a Lady Buff throw-in. Britton will do the honors. Gets it into Medical. Back to Britton. Britton tries to feed it up to James, taken away by Midwestern. Feed on the right side. And trying to control that, knocked out of bounds. Be a throw in for Midwestern. They'll get a chance to throw this one in. Elizabeth Marshall was the midfielder down there from Carrollton, trying to control that. Now they get it back on the near side. This is Janae Sanchez. Lobs it toward the middle, but the Lady Buffs make the theft. Trying to get it to the midline. There's a shot. Lady Buffs headed out. Loose ball. Midwestern controls it over on the left side. Trying to feed it down into the corner. It's controlled by Midwestern. Back out. Here's a shot toward the goal. It's going to be headed out by the Lady Buffs. So James is taken down. No call on that one. The Lady Buffs knock that one down. Send it back toward the midline. Gray controls it. Tries to get away from pressure. A lot of contact. No call. Toward the middle. Lady Buffs have it. Stricker trying to get it, but it gets away from her. Now fed over on the far sideline. Toward the middle. Lady Buffs come up with a steal. Up ahead, James. 3-on-3 for the Lady Buffs. James attacks. Takes it to the middle. Still dribbles through traffic. Try to get it, and Midwestern kicks it out of bounds over on the near side. So a throw in for the Lady Buffs. Medical. Good set to throw this in. Gets it to Britton. Kendall. Brings it back to Medical. Scramble for the loose ball, and taking it away from Medical is Cassidy Savoy. Midwestern attacking on the far side now. And that's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a Lady Buff throw in. About 7 minutes left to play in this first half, scoreless between Midwestern and the Lady Buffs. It'll be Zoe Bean that throws that one in. Come over to the near side, and that's going to be Britton. Kendall will bring it up. Goes to the middle. Back to Britton. Has it taken away by Midwestern over on the near side. They feed it up ahead. Scramble for the loose ball. That's Marshall. She hits the deck, and they'll call a foul on the Lady Buffs. Quickly, Midwestern puts that in play, trying to see if they get a defensive or an offensive advantage. So 5 minutes left in this one. Here's a shot toward the goal. And again, Midwestern being very aggressive offensively. That one goes out of bounds. And that'll be a throw in for Midwestern. 5 minutes left to play here in this scoreless first half. In it comes. The throw in was from Sanchez. She controls it. Now goes out of bounds. Will be WT throw in. So Kendall Gray, the sophomore from Pflugerville, will throw this one in. But before that, a substitute coming in for the Lady Buffs will be Damaris Cruz. And she will make her way out. Gray will come out of the contest. It's Nicole, the freshman from Amarillo, takes a seat. Midwestern attacking. They get it up on the near side. Playing with a lot more energy. They get it to Marshall. She goes on the right side to Sanchez. Lobs it over toward the goal. There's a header. There's a shot that's broken up by Hogeland. She runs up and grabs it. Nice bit of defense for the Lady Buffs, as Hogeland does her job to keep that one out of goal. Go over on the far side of the field. Mendoza will take it up on the far sideline. Now works it toward the middle. Mendoza kicks it over on the right side. Here's a shot toward the middle, trying to get it up ahead, but Jackson there to pull that one out and rolls it up ahead for Midwestern State. A lot of contact. Asha James comes away with the theft, kicks it toward the middle, trying to get it to Sarant. Unable to do so. Lobbed up ahead. That's going to be kicked out of bounds by the Lady Buffs. So a throw in for Midwestern. About 3 minutes left to play in this first half. Still scoreless here at the pitch in Canyon. Throw in comes. Sanchez knocks this one over, and then this will be knocked out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. No score. About 2 minutes left to play. 2:20 left on the clock. Hogeland will put this one in play, trying to get it on the near side. Marshall knocks it away. Hogeland will take it out of bounds, and we'll get another goal kick. Less than 2 minutes now is Hogeland. Gets set to put this one in play. But Western controls it over at the midline. They're working on the left side. Try to feed it to the middle. Marshall has it over. They're trying to lunge ahead, but there's a scramble for that ball as it goes out of bounds. And so that'll be goal kick for the Lady Buffs. About a minute left in this one.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Lady Buffs control it up toward the midline. Mendoza feeds it up ahead. Scramble, taken away by Midwestern. Now Sarant to James. Asha takes it toward the middle. Kicks it over back to Cruz. Demarius can't come up with it. Scramble for the loose ball. Goes out along the sideline, and that should be a throw-in. Nope, stays along that sideline, stays in play. Kick it back to Hogeland. Time getting short here in the first half. Hogeland just controls it. Put their foot into it. Kicks it over on the right side. Bean will knock it up ahead. That's going to be headed out to the midline. Scramble for the loose ball. Lady Buffs control it. With it is Silvestre. Alicia. Ashley kicks it up on the near side, and that's the half. So that ends the first half. Scoreless one between Midwestern and the Lady Buffs. And again, another half coming your way momentarily, but first we'll take a timeout. We'll also come back, look at some statistics, and we'll have a halftime interview with Michael McBroom. But first, this break as we take a timeout on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Welcome to MediDrive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your health care needs.
Michael. Bryce, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, here we are, fully into fall, and you've got teams right now that are just doing phenomenally well.
So far.
Yes, I know. You don't want to drink. I don't want to jinx it. I understand that. But yeah, talk about this fall, how it's kicked off and how things have gone.
Yeah, it's been, I feel like this is the first fall that we're fully out of COVID, which has been, that's kind of been the recording, like, wow, I remember what this feels like now. I think the players and the coaches are the same thing. We're traveling normal, we're not doing the testing, we're getting beat up and having to run people in, different depth charts, stuff like that, and at the end of the day, winning a lot of the games we're playing. So those are all really good things. And attendance and fan support is back to where we were in 2019, which is another great sign.
Right. And so that's kind of that barometer, too. Everybody's comparing to 2019 because of everything that's happened years in between. So from a positive standpoint, that's good to be back in those numbers. I guess from the future look standpoint, what do you want to do to grow those numbers a little bit more?
In terms of attendance and things like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're back. As an administrative staff, we're back to full strength, which we haven't been in 3 years. So we have full-blown marketing crew. We brought our corporate salespeople back in-house. We'd outsourced it for a period of time.
Right.
And what I've seen since we've done that about 6 months ago is we have a lot more synergy in the office, a lot more ideas. So what you'll see us doing are more engagement with students. The retention at WT from freshman to sophomore year is at like a 40-year high this year.
Oh, wow.
And part of that is, one, the faculty's done a great job in getting re-engaged with students from the offline, where you're doing your stuff online, now you're back in person. That certainly helps. But from our standpoint, more contests, more promotions, more games. And I think everything fuels off of the students. The adults, the old people like you and I, don't take, we're the same boat.
I'm fine.
But we have more fun when we see young people having fun, right? So the goal is to get more students at the games, and we're seeing that so far this year. Students are making up 25 to 50% of our attendance figures, which is phenomenal for us, and goes again back to the 2019, 2018 numbers.
Right. One of the things that always takes place too is the continual growth, and there are a lot of different avenues that you have as far as growth is concerned. But when you kind of look at where you're at right now, some of the phases that you have going on as far as the teams themselves, or more importantly, maybe facilities, what are you looking at right now as far as growth and what's coming down the road?
So a couple of things. On the facility side, we're in the pre-construction phase of the Bain Athletic Center expansion. So that'll be meeting rooms for all the teams, brand new Hall of Champions, theater-style seating to watch games if we want to have watch parties, and new offices for the football staff. And then we partnered with Kids Inc. With a project that's going to be kind of right there on the loop.
Right.
The indoor piece of that, the indoor track, that's the one we were interested in from our competitive standpoint, the indoor track. We believe in Amarillo will drive a lot of tourism dollars and revenue for that facility and the community. That for us, it allows us to compete without traveling, which is a huge benefit to us. And so we're going to be a financial player in that, and we're excited about that. Probably, internally, the big things for us and what I have on my radar, we need to strengthen our sports medicine staff with additional staffing. Sports medicine and athletic performance, our strength side, that's the backbone of everything that we do. And with all the new requirements with sports medicine on it, we need to add a few more staff members. So I'd like to bolster that up so we can give even greater service to our student athletes.
Final question, too, as we've talked about the fall and how things have been going, you also have winter now beginning to ramp up with basketball and everything else. And so how do you get all the parts and pieces to work with all sports action going on right now?
Well, right now, from October 15th through the 1st of December, it's a rough go.
Yeah.
Or fun, one of the two.
Yeah.
We'll have everybody playing
Yeah.
at one point or another, and we're sad when one of the fall sports season ends, but
Right.
the other aspect of that as well, it's freed up, and now we can get ready. We have a similar window in February and
Right.
March as the
Right.
spring sports get going and basketball's still going. So
Right.
it's not like we're not used to it. We're kind of built to do it, but it is a tribute to our staff that long hours are okay. I hope that they take time for themselves when we have some downtime. This week has been a pretty quiet week, and there haven't been a lot of people around the office, and for that I'm thankful. Like, you catch your breath. But this next stretch that we're coming up on here with potentially hosting volleyball championships and soccer playoffs, and you never know what happens with football. We're in a place right now that if we win out, I think we have a really good shot, and I think we have a chance to win. So, of course, we take it game by game.
Sure.
It's a busy time.
One of the best athletic directors in the country, in my opinion, Michael McBurn. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Well, welcome back to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University as the lights are bright here at night as we are in a scoreless tie between Midwestern State and the Lady Buffs. And again, pleasant evening here in Canyon. The temperatures dropped to 71 degrees. Winds are light out of the northeast, and so kind of changing in direction every once in a while, but really not much as far as other than really pleasant conditions here at the pitch. Again, scoreless first half as we look at our statistics for the first half. Shots, Lady Buffs was 7, Midwestern was 6. Shots on goal, though, all 6 of those shots for Midwestern on goal. Lady Buffs had 2. Saves, 2 for Midwestern, 6 for the Lady Buffs. Fouls in favor of Midwestern, 4-2. And then corner kicks, Lady Buffs have had 2, none yet for Midwestern in this first half. But it'd be easy to say Midwestern a little bit more the aggressor in the first half, and that's something Chad Webb talked about in our last contest that we played here a week ago, as they took care of Angelo State 1-0 in that contest, thanks in part to Emily Avila's nice big long kick that she was able to find the back of the net. But again, on the road, they went to Texas Women's and tied in that one, and then at St. Edwards, it was a 1-0 WT win. But he talked about in our last contest with Angelo State how he wanted them to be a little more aggressive earlier in the contest, and unfortunately that necessarily wasn't the case tonight. Credit Midwestern as they kept it for the most part in their end of the field, and so they were being able to get those 6 shots on goal, and so but thanks to Reagan Heelan, she's able to come out of that with those 6 saves in tonight's contest and keep this scoreless. Both teams have had an offsides called tonight. And thankfully for the Lady Buffs, when Midwestern was trying to move up the field, it was Elizabeth Marshall who got ahead of the defender there. But she had a nice line on her way to the goal, but unfortunately the offsides was whistled, and that turned it back over to the Lady Buffs. Lady Buffs, of course, in red tops tonight, and that is for ALS awareness. This is the J. Hogeland ALS awareness game, and of course fundraiser tonight as well for ALS, and so that's taking place out here at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to do so, and when we come back, we'll get ready to get this second half underway. But first, this break on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Went for a onside kick, landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Well, scoreless first half here at the pitch as we get set for the second half to get underway here in Canyon as the officials make their way out for this second half. Again, Lady Buffs ranked number 17 in the country coming into this one with a 10-1-2 record. Midwestern 5-6-1. But more importantly, in the Lone Star Conference standings for the Lady Buffs, EBU at 6-1-1 leads the conference. Angelo State's next at 6-2, and then it's the Lady Buffs at 4-1-2. St. Edwards is 4-2-2, and for Midwestern State, they're 2-4-1 in conference play. Lady Buffs make their way back out again in their red tops, white shorts, red socks for ALS awareness. So Lady Buffs will be going from left to right. Midwestern in their gold road uniforms with maroon numerals will be going from right to left. And so both teams make their way out. So it'll be Midwestern putting this one in play to start the second half. Chad Webb walking in front of us as he goes over to the near side. As we are set to get this one underway. Referee looks around, says she's ready. She's ready to put this one in play. In the second 45 minutes is controlled by Midwestern. They kick it all the way up, and they will kick it out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. And getting set to throw it in is Britton. Gets it to Medical. Back to Britton. Lobs it up way ahead. It's going to be headed across the midline. Gray controls it. Goalie makes her way up and kicks this one to the near side. That's going to be out of bounds. And so that'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. Getting set to throw this one in for WT. On the near side, Zoe Bean. So Bean will get this in play. That's going to be knocked out by Midwestern. So again, Lady Buffs will put this one in play. So Lady Buffs get it in play. It's controlled by Bean, works it over to Stricker. Stricker comes over on the near side. Here's a lead up to Mendoza, but taken away by Midwestern. Lady Buffs control it. Bean has it. She attacks. That's going to be deflected out of bounds by Midwestern, so a throw in for the Lady Buffs. My Mendoza will throw this one in. Trying to get it. Does to Maria Francis Serrant. Back to James. James tried to go to the left foot, but that was kicked off of a player. Now controlling it in the middle is Gray. Gray tries to take it in the box, but has it kicked away by Midwestern. So that's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. So Britton throws that in. Midwestern controls it. They'll try to get it up the field toward the midline. Now Midwestern attacking. They across. Come up on the near side. Look to and try to get it up to Cassidy Savoy, but too far, and she lost it out of bounds. And so it'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. Zoe Bean will throw this one in. Bean to Mendoza. Mendoza has it almost taken away. Now kicks it back. And up across toward Medical. Reagan gets it across the midline. Now we'll sprint up ahead. Medical. There's pressure on her. Looks to take it to the left. Does so. Comes over. Kicks it toward the middle. Trying to feed it into Serrant, but it was taken away by Midwestern. Back to the near side. Midwestern comes away with a theft. Lady Buffs have it. Go back the other way. Avila looks it to James. James over on the right side of Mendoza. Mendoza has it. Angles it toward the middle. Serrant shot is just wide. Maria Francis had a nice shot, but that one was just wide of the goal. Another opportunity for the Lady Buffs. So watch on the replay here. Here's the feed from Medical in the middle. Serrant has it, turns her body, and tries to go to the left corner, or the right corner, excuse me, but that is taken away. That's going to be kicked out of bounds by Mendoza. So the Lady Buffs will set back the defense as Midwestern will throw this one in. That's going to be kicked up. Avila has it. Now we'll bring it back. She'll get it to Heelan, and she'll reset and allow the Lady Buffs to reset their offense. Avila back to Heelan. Gets it to Golden over on the far side. Golden kicks it up, has it deflected out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. Kendall Britton will throw it in. Britton. Lob this one up ahead, but Midwestern will kick that one back. Now the Lady Buffs have it on the near side. James comes back over. Finds Bean. Zoe will kick it up ahead. Finds Mendoza. Mendoza on the right side. Dribbles with the right foot. Goes around the defender. Kicks it toward the middle. Try to get to Serrant. A shot not there. Still scramble for another shot. That's in there. What? Gray comes around. Got the rebound. Nicole Gray. And she's able to get around the defender and put that in to the back of the net. Nice play by Gray. You watch on the replay here as, again, the Lady Buffs tack toward the middle. Serrant had a shot, but Gray gets the rebound and then puts it to the back of the net. Nice job by Nicole Gray, the 5'9" freshman from Amarillo High School, able to put that one in. And the Lady Buffs lead 1-0 at the 49-45 mark. Midwestern puts this one in play. Lady Buffs control it. Scramble for the loose ball. And hitting the turf. Looks like Silvestre. She'll slowly get up. Ashley, the 5'2" junior from Paladuro High School in Amarillo. Gets her wind and takes off running and gets across the midline, so Lady Buffs will put it in play. Here's a feed up on the left side. Medical has it. She will attack. Tries to get it toward the middle. Kicks it up toward the goal, and coming out with that one is Jackson. She'll roll it out, and Midwestern will attack the other way. Scramble for the loose ball. Midwestern controls it. Across the midline. Try to feed it up ahead, but Mendoza has it. She's taken down. There's a whistle for a foul. And that will go against Marshall, as Elizabeth Marshall from Carrollton called for the foul. And so it'll be a free kick for the Lady Buffs. So Hogeland will do the honors. We'll put this one in play. Comes over on the near side to Bean. Bean, as that one bounces off the Midwestern player, goes out of bounds, will be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. Bean will control it on the throw in, right at the midline. Trying to get it to James. Scramble for the loose ball. James comes away with it, crosses over in the middle. Now she takes it toward the middle. She's advancing toward the goal. Looks it over on the left side. Midwestern comes up with the theft and takes it back the other way. This is going to be thrown out of bounds, and it will be WT with the throw-in. Coming in for the Lady Buffs will be Brooke Ross Kelly. Ross Kelly will come in. Silvestre will get a breather after taking that tumble just a little bit ago. So Ashley will get a breather. Comes in Sarant, back kick. Scramble for it. And that's going to be, they're going to change. There was going to be a WT throw in, but the official changes his mind and says it's Midwestern with the throw in. Chad Webb, or check it, not Chad Webb, but the Buffs were questioning that call. Attacking the other way, Midwestern. Across the midline. Pass over in the middle. Midwestern continues to push up toward the left. They'll try to run it down before it goes out of bounds. And they're able to keep it alive. Here's a crossover toward the goal. It's going to be headed up. Lady Buffs knock it away. And it's still free. Midwestern comes up with it. Now WT knocks it out. Mendoza bodies it back. And there's a feed up the midline. There's a header the other way by Midwestern. Buffs control it. Asha James goes over to Medical. Reagan will get it up ahead. Rhea Francis will take it over in the middle. She crosses around traffic. Feeds it back to Medical. Medical will dribble up on the left side. Now crosses toward the middle. Lobs it toward the goal. And almost a kick there by Sarant. I think she kicked the player, the defensive player for Midwestern. So WT gets it on the throw-in. That's off of Medical's body, so that'll be a throw-in for Midwestern. A couple of Midwestern substitutions coming in. Senna Garcia comes back in. She started this one today. And also coming in, Taryn Martin, the 5'6" freshman from Salina. So coming out for Midwestern, McKenna Gonzel will come to the sideline. Stricker pops that one back toward the midline, but attacking is Midwestern. They're able to come away with it, sprinting down on the far sideline. Here's a shot toward the middle, but right there is Hogeland to come up with the loose ball. So Reagan will bring it out. There's a foul called as Maria Francis was trying to get a header on it, and she got pushed from behind. So it'll be a free kick for the Lady Buffs. So Avila will come up, put her foot into this one. Emily. Again, had the goal in the last home matchup for the Lady Buffs. Put their foot into it, lobs it toward the goal, but it's headed out by Midwestern. Vila takes it on the right side, continues, tries to feed it up ahead. Gets it to Saran, kicked up. Midwestern will control it. James puts the pressure. Over on the near side, they're closing in, and so they go back toward the goal. Midwestern will kick it up. As Kelly almost comes away with that. Now Midwestern lobs it up on the near side. That's going to be out of bounds, and that'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. Zobeen, freshman from Hutto, Texas, 5'9" freshman, throws this one in. Hutto, a beautiful town on the way down to Austin. Attacking. Medical comes across in the middle. She's in the box. Doubled up, and the ball's taken away by Midwestern. They will bring it out. Lady Mustangs trying to feed it up ahead. With it on the crossover is Martin. Taryn pass finds Marshall. Her shot is going to be knocked away and out of bounds off of Hogeland. So a corner kick for Midwestern. This will be their first corner kick of the match today. You watch on the attack here. They try to get it over to Marshall. Marshall put a shot on goal, but that one was knocked away by Hogeland. So it will be an opportunity for a corner kick for Midwestern. They put it in play. That one goes way over the setup offensively. They're able to run it down and keep it in play. They come back to the middle, but that one's hit behind the goal, so it'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. So Reagan Hogeland will put this one in play, the sophomore from Kearney, Nebraska. Gets it up toward the midline before it goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Midwestern. Lady Buffs, of course, here at home today. Then they travel to eastern New Mexico before they come back for back-to-back home matches with St. Mary's and Oklahoma Christian. Midwestern gets it in on the near side, attacking. That's Martin. Tries to get it toward the middle. It's headed out by Britton. Here's a shot toward the goal. It's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. So it'll be Reagan Hogeland getting set to put this one in. The Canyon Chamber of Commerce is a proud partner of WT Athletics. Canyon Chamber works with local businesses to provide economic growth for the city of Camden. Thank you for your continued support of WT Athletics from the Canyon Chamber of Commerce. Asha James attacks, tries to lob it up ahead, trying to get it to Saran, but coming up quickly, Jackson makes the theft. And she takes that out just at the very limits of the box, rolls it out on the right side, trying to attack quickly. Across the midline comes Midwestern. They get it over on the far side. So Mendoza trying to put pressure. Medical makes the theft. That's not out of bounds, and let's see what they say. It's going to be a throw-in for WT. So Britton will throw this one into Medical. Back to Britton. So Britton will put her foot into it at the midline. Midwestern will knock it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. So Britton to Medical. Up ahead to Saran. check it, Ashley James. James has it. Now here's a pass to Saran. Maria Francis trying to feed it over on the near side to Mendoza, but kicked it behind her. So a throw in for Midwestern. They control it to the back line. Now here's a kick up ahead. Lady Buffs will kick that one out of bounds, and so it'll be a throw in for Midwestern. As Avila saw that one coming and just knocked it away. So Midwestern puts this in play. They have an opportunity to kick it over on the near side, trying to feed it toward the middle. Stop. There's a quick scramble. The ball is kicked away out of the box by the Lady Buffs. They come over to James. James will feed it up ahead on the left side to Medical. Or check it. It's a Silvestre tried to attack. No, indeed, that was Medical trying to get it up ahead. So it'll be a goal kick for Midwestern State. WT Athletics would like to thank AOMS for their continued support of our athletics. AOMS, the official oral surgeons of WT Athletics, is committed to helping your family to help them keep happy, healthy. Smiles shot on goal is not there. That's knocked out of bounds by Jackson, so it'll be a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. We'd like to recognize Dan Schumann. Edward Jones is a proud partner of WT Athletics. Thank you for your continued support of our Buffs and Lady Buffs. So Asha James will walk over and we'll put this one in play. Lady Buffs will set up. So James is ready, and here comes toward the goal. This one's going to be headed up. Rose Kelly will kick it back. Stricker back to Kelly. Brooke goes toward the far side of the field, but that's going to be taken away by Midwestern. Up ahead. Medical controls it. Gets it back. Britton. Over to James. Asha will lob it up ahead, trying to get it up ahead. She's got Mendoza. Mendoza back toward the middle, will dribble, and that's taken away by Midwestern. That's going to be kicked out of bounds. And they're going to say that's a Midwestern throw-in. See if the referee. No, I thought the referee might change that because it looked like it was off of Midwestern. Marshall will come out, and coming back in will be Bryn Covington, 5'10 freshman from Las Vegas, Nevada. Lady Gus Mendoza controls it, goes toward the left side, toward the middle, trying to feed it up, trying to set up Sarong, but that one got away. As Kelly has it, kicks it over on the near side, finds Bean. Bean attacks, goes back. Here's a pass up to Mendoza. She'll take it in the middle, feeds it over, trying to get it to Stricker. She's taken down, no call. Midwestern comes back the other way. Lady Buffs take this one away. Brooke Ross Kelly will kick it over on the far side to Britton. Britton will go through traffic, still controls it, takes it in the middle, puts a shot on goal, and it's there! What a shot from Kendall Britton. Just kind of dribbled through traffic. The sophomore from Pflugerville able to find the back of the net on a nice dribble up through traffic. So Kendall Britton puts the Buffs in front 2-0. And so the Lady Buffs expand their advantage here. A couple of substitutes coming in for Midwestern. Coming into the lineup will be Randy Heaton, 5'4" graduate student from Broomfield Colorado. And that's the same where Mandy Stricker is from. So Midwestern puts this one in. That came at the 64th minute for the Buffs to go up 2-0. So Bredden kicks it across. Brooke will go over to Medical. Medical will bring it back to Britton. Kendall Britton. Now we'll dribble it up. She'll feed it up ahead. Trying to get it in the middle. Gray will bring it across the field over the near side. With it, Mendoza. Mendoza will take it to the middle. Now she attacks. Mendoza has a lane shot, and just knocked away, but then the rebound is knocked in, but it is also picked up. Nice goaltending by Lexi Jackson as she knocked away Mendoza's shot. And then on the rebound, the Buffs tried to butt that one in, but she recovered nicely and came away with the loose ball. Comes up. Lady Buffs headed it to the midline. 65th minute as Midwestern attacks. Comes across over on the near side. Trying to control it. It's a crossover kick, and that is Martin. Goes out toward the middle. Kelly knocks that one away. Ross Kelly. Here's a shot on the goal, but that's going to be way over the head and the goal. And so Regan Heedland will bring this one in. Another substitute in for...
Entering the pitch for the Mustangs, number 7, Isabella Cruz.
For Midwestern, Isabella Cruz comes back in. Also coming in was Kiara Zuniga, 5'8" senior from Arizona. Medical has it across the midline, taken away by Midwestern. They attack the other way. Try to feed it up toward the middle. But a couple of players collide there on the header. Now the Lady Buffs control it. Kick it back. Another player taken down. The official finally blew her whistle. Got 2 players down on the field. Getting up for the Lady Buffs, Avila. Emily says she's okay, but still down for Midwestern across the way, and they're calling the trainers out in this one. And so Avila is okay. She's out there. Head coach Ryan Spence, in his 5th season at Midwestern State, goes over to check on the player. Want to remind you, we'd like to thank Jimmy Fincher Body Shop for their support of WT Athletics. Equally skilled at repairing damages or customizing your vehicle, Jimmy Fincher is your top Amarillo body shop. And Journey Canyon Coffee is a proud supporter of WT Athletics. Stop in or drive through for your favorite hot or iced drink. Thank you for your continued support of our athletics. Also like to thank Kenny Dean State Farm for being proud partner of WT Athletics for great service and great rates. Call Kenny Dean State Farm. And slowly making her way up and probably being helped to the near sideline. And that may be Gansel. Or, no, that's Brian Covington who's slowly walking over. So Covington, kind of a collision between her and Avila trying to head out the ball. So we watch on the replay here as they try to go for it. And so they tried to both head it, and they both kind of head each other that time. Their heads collided, and so that brought it back. And so Covington will make her way over to the near sideline. Bryn, a 5'10" freshman from Las Vegas, Nevada. And they're going to bring her over. In fact, the WT trainer is going to bring her over and attend to her on the near sideline. Coaches get together. They're discussing everything to make sure everybody's okay. 2-0, Lady Buffs with the lead, 67th minute. So 23 minutes left to play. You see the coaches right there as the official, not sure she's going to put this in play, so the Lady Buffs will control it. And Britain will feed that one up. Midwestern get back defensively to knock this one back toward the midline. Midwestern controls it at the midline. Here's a kick over toward the middle. Lady Buffs trying to break that one up. There's a high kick. There's a call. That could be a foul on the Lady Buffs on Avila. So free kick for Midwestern. They will put this one in play. So Lady Buffs will set up their wall. Getting set to put this in play will be Lexi Beck. She'll kick it with her left foot. So they line everybody up on the near side. The Lady Buffs put their wall. The official finally there's a different way to mark off the 10 steps. But nevertheless, Beck will put this in play. She launches this one, and that's going to be way over the head of everybody and out of bounds. So that will be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. And on Avila, they called that a handball. She touched it with her hand. That's why they got the free kick. Shots right now drastically changed. Lady Buffs now lead this in the second half, 15-8. Shots on goal are even at 7 apiece. And a reminder, it was 6-1 at the half. Favor of Midwestern. Midwestern knocks that one out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. Zobeen will come up, get set to throw this one in. So Bean comes up and gets the loose ball. Lobs it up ahead to Saurant. Bean gets it back, now lobs it up once again, trying to get it to Maria Francis, but that kick was too far, so controlled by Midwestern, so that went out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick. So getting set to put this in play is Lexi Jackson. She kicks it up to the midline. Mendoza will go after it. Stricker trying to head it out. Avila controls it for the Lady Buffs, comes back the other way, dribbles through traffic, now with a left-handed kick over to the right side, trying to get it to James. Midwestern comes back. Scramble for the loose ball. Mendoza putting pressure. There's a pass toward the middle, kicked over to the near side. Lady Buffs trying to make the theft. Nice job to get it out from the back of the goal by Mendoza. And that's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Midwestern. Lady Mustangs will lob that one in. Lady Buffs will head it the other way, and James controls it. Asha goes to Mendoza. Mendoza has it knocked out of bounds, so they're going to say Midwestern throw in here. Over toward the middle. Lady Buffs will kick it back toward the midline. Putting her foot into it. Medical has it, kicks it back across the midline. Midwestern trying to keep it on their end. Trailing 2-0 here. There's 20 minutes left in this one. Up on the near side, James. Asha. Oh, they called a foul on Asha James. So a yellow card on Asha James. She was pushed, but they called the foul on her. Then she retaliated and pushed back on the Midwestern player. So Asha James picks up the yellow card. And so it'll be a free kick for Midwestern. Maya Warrior, 5'11 senior from Keller, will put her foot into this one. Lady Buffs line up right at the box. So the officials still marking everything down on that. So putting it in play, they lob it up toward the goal, and coming up with that is Hogeland, takes it to the turf. And so it'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Come over on the near side to Bean. Bean takes it to the middle to Stricker. Stricker is taken down, no call. Now they finally make a call, and that's going to be a free kick as Marshall takes her down. So a lot of contact, starting to get a little chippy out there right now. So Hogeland will come up and put this one in play. So now the Lady Buffs will put this one in play. Vila. Puts her foot into it. Tries to send it up ahead. That's going to be headed up by Maria Francis. Mendoza controls it. Back to Maria Francis. Back to Mendoza on the give and go. On the right side, back to Maria Francis. She has it. Kicks it back to James. James dribbles through traffic. Tries to cross it over. It's going to be tipped away by Midwestern. And that's going to go out of bounds, and that should be a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. And Asha James will head over there, get set to do the corner kick. Lady Buffs hold the advantage in corner kicks. Now 4-1. They lead 2-0. James puts her foot into it. That's going to be headed out by Midwestern. Back to James. She controls it. Comes back toward the middle. Tries to lob it up there again. The goalie tips it out. Marshall will run it down and will try to bring it out. Pressure on her. Coming up as she goes on the right side. Has it taken away by Stricker. Stricker lobs it up toward the goal, but right at Jackson. She's able to grab that one and bring it out. So Jackson, Church sophomore, puts it in play. And that's going to be headed across the midline by Midwestern. Lady Buffs control it back the other way, though. Sarant gets it to Stricker. Stricker has it taken away by Midwestern. Bring it over on the near side. Now trying to dribble it up. They get it up ahead. Trying to find Janae Sanchez. That one's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Getting set to come in for WT will be Demarius Cruz. 5'2 senior from Austin will come on out. Asha James will get a breather. Asha James comes out with a smile on her face. Also getting set to come back in for the Lady Buffs will be Ashley Silvestre from Amarillo. Ball is put in play. Midwestern controls. Now there's a late whistle on a tackle by Brooke Rose Kelly. And so it'll be a free kick for Midwestern. Lady Buffs will set up their wall. Timeout taken, and now are we bringing out a yellow card? And a yellow card called on Maria Francis. So Maria Francis is being backed up, but they pull out a yellow card for dissent. So that'll be a free kick for Midwestern. Lady Buffs lead it. 15 minutes left in this match. Gray and Sarant trying to get together. So Gray is really the only wall, so to speak, that's set up. Take it toward the middle. Lady Buffs come away with it. Feed it up ahead with it. There's a shot. It's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick.
15 minutes remaining in the second half.
Lady Buffs were complaining. They thought there was a hold.
Entering the pitch for the Lady Buffs, number 8, Ashley Silvestri.
So Silvestri comes back in.
Asha James.
So 2 coming in.
Jordan Bearden.
Asha James, and for the first time, Jordan Bearden, the 5'4 freshman from San Antonio. Ross Kelly comes out. So too does Stricker. And also coming out is Nicole Gray. WT player hits the turf, and that's Mendoza. Their foul called on Midwestern. So it'll be Emily Avila putting this one in play. Lobs this one up toward the middle. Scramble over on the right side, trying to get it to Mendoza, but Midwestern runs it down and makes the theft the other way. Mustangs try to set it up ahead, and that goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. So getting set will be Zoe Bean. Zoe from Hutto. Lobs it into Mendoza. That's going to be kicked out of bounds, and that'll be another throw-in for the Lady Buffs. Lob up ahead, trying to get it to James. Scramble for the loose ball, knocked out of bounds. Again, Lady Buffs advance up the field. Mendoza throws it into James. James will dribble over. Has it taken away by Midwestern. Goes back to Bean. Zoe comes up to Mendoza on the right side. Tries to feed it over. A lot of contact, no call. Mendoza back over to the middle to James. Asha feeds it to Maria Francis, and that's taken away by Midwestern. Goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. So Mendoza will throw this one in. Senior gets it to James. Asha controls it, kicks it down in the corner. That's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Midwestern. Coming up on 12 minutes left to play in this one. Mendoza controls it. Lady Buffs lead 2-0. A goal by Nicole Gray and another by Kendall Britton. The difference in this one, Britton controls it, kicks it up to Silvestre, who comes over on the near side to Bean. She feeds it up ahead, trying to get it. Silvestre tries to make the theft. Midwestern takes it over on the right side, now crosses the midline. Over to the far side of the field. There's a shot lobbed up toward the middle. Coming out of that one is Bean. Knocks it up ahead. Lady Buffs control it. Taken away by Midwestern. Now a theft by the Lady Buffs. Nice steal coming the other way by Medical. Medical kicks it up ahead. As Maria Francis. Maria Francis has James on her right. Medical on her left. Gets it up to James. James tries to feed it back. And then nice steal by Midwestern. The Lady Buffs control it. 4 on the far side to Britton. Trying to control it out there. That one's ricochets off a player. And so coming up is Emily Avila. Here's a feed up on the near side. Nice feed up ahead for Midwestern. They try to take it over in the middle, and there is a foul called. And that's going to go against the Buffs' Mendoza. Mendoza tried to come in and make the theft. So they give a free open lane. It's interesting. They're kind of moving everybody over to the far right side. It's a free open look for Alexi Beck. So Beck gets set to put her foot into it. Lobs it up toward the goal. It's going to be tipped out. Still a loose ball. back up over, and that's going to go over the top of the goal. And so it'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. 10 minutes left in this one. Wholesale substitutes coming in for Midwestern. Coming back in is Emma Short. Also coming in, Josie Bardsley. And I believe Abby McLean also came in. So getting set to put this back in play will be Reagan Heelan. And that is booted across the midline by the Lady Buffs. So Jackson, has to come up and get it. Had pressure applied. With it on the far sideline, they boot it up ahead, and that's going to go up. Coming up to pull that one is Heelan. Heelan will walk this up toward the middle of the box. Get set to put their foot into it. Sends it across the midline. Midwestern knocks it back. They control it, come over on the near side. Feed it up toward the left side. Trying to dribble in is Janae Sanchez. Goes over to the right side. There's a lob back to the middle. That's going to be headed up and over the goal. Sanchez tried to knock that one through, unable to do so. So it becomes a goal kick for Reagan Heelan. 8.5 minutes left to play in this one. Lady Buffs lead it 2-0. Heelan has this one headed back by Midwestern. Scramble for the ball. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, and that'll be a Lady Mustang throw-in. Sanchez will get that one in. Kicks it down the corner, but kicking it away and out of bounds. It's Jordan Lopez. So that'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. Coming up on the 7-minute mark left in this one. Mendoza controls it. Has it taken away by Midwestern. There's a pass over toward the middle. Scramble for the loose ball and a take. No call on the play. The ball's still active. And the Lady Buffs kick it out. And so a couple of players, Marshall is one of those down for Midwestern. Comes over to the middle. So no call by the referee. So at the midline, Midwestern controls it. Cross is Warrior. Maya will get it over on the near side. That goes out of bounds. They're saying that's still in play. Maria Francis said it was out of bounds, but the official said, nope, it's still good. The lob up, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Getting set to come in for WT. Emily Wood, the 5'5 sophomore from San Antonio, will come out. Silvestre will get a breather.
Entering the pitch for the Lady Buffs, number 9, Emily Wood.
So Wood goes to the middle of the field, waiting for the kick. As Heelan puts that in play. Loose ball, Lady Buffs control it. Medical comes over to the near side. Trying to bring that up, but Midwestern takes that back, got away. Over on the near side now with it. Maria Francis, Sarant. Speeds up ahead, has it up ahead, kicks it toward the corner of the goal and just misses. She had a nice line on that one, trying to get it up ahead, trying to go to the left corner on that. And that just, for the goalie, luckily bounced away. As we watch on the replay, so Maria Francis speeds up ahead of everybody, sets it up for the right foot crossover, and that one just tipped away by the goalie. So it'll be a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. James puts this one in play. That's going to be headed up. Still a scramble for it. It comes out of the pack. Medical has it over to James. 5 minutes left to play in this one. Lady Buffs trying to attack. Scramble for the loose ball. Lady Buffs control it. Taking it toward the middle. Nice move. Oh, Medical's taken down. No call on that one either. Wow. A lot of contact. Referee letting them play. Over on the far side. Midwestern has it. They try to feed it up ahead, but Hogeland will run this one down for the Lady Buffs. Hogeland takes her time, waits for the player to come up, then picks it up and will bring it out for a goal kick. Four and a half minutes left to play in this one.
5 minutes remaining in the second half.
2-0, Lady Buffs with the lead. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. That'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. Getting set to come in for WT. Mandy Stricker will come back in. And coming out, Jordan Bearden. Maria Francis controls it. Gets it to James. James dribbles through traffic. A lot of contact. Comes over. Tries to bring it back. Crosses over toward the middle. Foul called on James. So it'll be a goal kick. This is kicked up across the midline. Controlled by Marshall. Has it taken away by the Lady Buffs. Stricker brings it up to James. Midwestern comes away with the theft over on the far side. They'll go with it. Trying to run that one down is Marsolik. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for Midwestern. 4 minutes left to play in this one. Coming up to body that one and control it is Warrior for Midwestern, but the Lady Buffs come up with a theft. Maria Francis tried to drive it to the near side, but Midwestern again comes up, able to take that one away. Lady Buffs control it. Taking it back. Mendoza has it. She's cut off, and so Midwestern will bring this one back. It's a shot toward the middle to Marshall. Marshall will control it. Tries to drive it toward the middle. Tries to feed it over on the right side. There's a shot blocked by the Lady Buffs. Still scramble for the loose ball. Now Midwestern will control it. They'll lob it up toward the goal. Lady Buffs had that one out. And that's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Midwestern. A little over 2 minutes left to go in this one.
Mustangs, number 6, Cassidy Savoy.
So Cassidy Savoy makes her way out there for Midwestern. They lob it into Savoy. Here's a shot toward the goal. It's headed up, and that's going to go out of bounds. No, keeping it alive. Midwestern will bring it over on the near side. They feed it back to Marshall. Marshall goes over on the right side, kicks it back. Trying to get it over too short. That's taken away. Fed up to Maria Francis Serrant. She has a 2-on-1. She is the 1 against 2. Drives it with her left foot. Gets around one defender. Takes it, tries to take it over to the middle, and does. Now goes around the defender. Comes up. Shot on goal! Just misses. Wow, Maria Francis with a nice individual effort. Tried to get that one. And credit Lexi Jackson. She knocks that one out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Coming up, getting set to put that one in. Play will be Asha James. So James comes up. She's ready to go. Kicks it into Mendoza. Back to James. And then it's hit in the corner, and that is going to be the match as the clock winds down. And the Lady Buffs win this one by a 2-0 count over Midwestern State. For the Lady Buffs, of course, they improve to 11-1-2 on the season, while Midwestern falls to 5-7-1. And so a nice win for the Lady Buffs in this one this afternoon, or this evening, as they come away with a good 2-0 victory over Midwestern State. We want to take a timeout. We'll do so and recap our statistics from the ball game tonight. But first, we'll take this break. Again, the Lady Buffs win this one 2-0 over Midwestern State. We'll take a timeout and be back on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Delicious, refreshing, Pepsi.
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Well, impressive win for the Lady Buffs as they improve to 11-1-2 on the season, and more importantly to 5-1-2 in the LSC with a 2-0 win over Midwestern State. Again, nice effort, a couple of goals tonight. First one for the Lady Buffs came early in this contest. I should say early in the second, because this was a 0-0 tie at the half, but the Lady Buffs came out and attacked early and were able to get a goal from Nicole Gray on a nice drive. She got a nice rebound from Maria Francis and was able to find the back of the net there. And then Kendall Britton was able to come up and just kind of drive through traffic and came away and was able to put that one in for the goal to push the Lady Buffs in front 2-0. And that's how this one ends tonight. Again, nice win for the Lady Buffs. They'll go on the road after this one as they go to Eastern New Mexico, and then we'll come back to take on St. Mary's next Saturday, and that will be a 1 o'clock start here at the pitch in Canyon. Final once again, Lady Buffs win this one 2-0. We'll take a timeout and come back with our post-game interviews, but first this break. I'll take that back because you brought up statistics and I didn't go that way, so let's go ahead and bring up the statistics. My fault, Daniel. So for Lady Buffs, 19 shots compared to Midwestern's 12, and what a change, because it was 7-1 in favor of Midwestern at the half. Shots on goal, 10 for the Lady Buffs to 7 for Midwestern, and that was a 6-1 advantage for Midwestern. Shots, 8 for Midwestern, 7 for the Lady Buffs. Fouls, 9 for, or I should say saves, 8 for Midwestern, 7 for the Lady Buffs. Fouls, 9 for the Lady Mustangs, 6 for the Lady Buffs, and corner kicks, 6-1 in favor of WT. Again, we'll take a timeout, come back with our post-game interviews, but first this break on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
Went for a onside kick. Landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology.
Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
Well, welcome back to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M as the Buffs come away with a 2-0 win over Midwestern State. One of the reasons, of course, is this young lady standing next to me as Kendall Britton. We'll get to her goal in just a second, but defensively played extremely well today along the back line. And so tell me a little bit first before we get to your goal. Talk about that first half. It seemed like it took a little while to get going in this one for you guys today.
We're still getting into the swing of things of starting quicker. You know, we've kind of reached that like mid-season. It's just that point in the semester where everyone's tired all the time. We're just midterms, we're getting over that. But we're getting back. Midterms just happen. Everyone's happy again. No more stress. But, yeah, we're getting back to things.
So the Lady Buffs get a goal early in the second half in this one, lead 1-0. And then just a little bit later on, Kendall Britton decides she's just going to dribble up the entire field, or look that way anyway, and just kind of weave through traffic. And then you just had a nice plant on the left foot and powered it with the right foot. Tell me a little bit about that.
I don't know. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just kept dribbling, and Asha always tells me, she always tells people, why not? And I just heard her yell, like, shoot, take it. And I was like, okay. So I just hit it.
Well, you hit it perfectly because that one finds the back of the head. And again, the way you were dribbling through traffic, it kind of like they peeled off a little, then kind of gave you an open look.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty nice. I mean, it gave me a little bit of flashback to my club soccer days where I played midfield a little bit. So I dribbled through people occasionally, but I'm not one for moves or anything. So I just kept going, and they just kind of split apart. I was like, okay, I'll just keep going.
Sounds like communication was also pretty good out on the field as Ash is telling you where it kind of had to maneuver.
All of them do. They all just have confidence, take a shot, and I'm always like, no, I'll just pass it. Reagan's right there. She got it.
We'll talk about this one today against Midwestern. Of course, again, you guys ranked 17th in the country. I know you don't look at that, but from the standpoint, how are you playing right now? It seems like you guys have a lot of confidence and are playing extremely well.
I think we do. I don't want to compare teams to last year, but compared to last year, we do all have a lot more confidence. We're very cohesive as a team. We all like each other on and off the field. It's just a really good.
Real good vibe.
Yeah, good vibe.
Good combination, if nothing else out there. You go on the road this week, too. Go not too far over to Portales, take on Eastern before you get to come back here for 2. So quick road game and then right back here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Really excited.
Okay, very good. Kendall Britton, sophomore from Pflugerville, joins us on the postgame show. Had a nice goal. Congratulations on that today.
Thank you.
So Kendall will get Chad Webb to kind of slide in here. He's going to take a drink real quick and then make his way over here. Again, the Lady Buffs will hit on the road as they'll head over to Eastern New Mexico on Wednesday. That'll be a 5 o'clock start our time. And so they'll head over there to take on Eastern, and then they'll be back home for 2 against St. Mary's and Oklahoma Christian. And so they got 2 next week here at home at the pitch. And joining us now, Chad Webb, and again, the last time we talked, you said, I'd like us to get going a little earlier, and it seemed like it was a little slower today, but then in the second half, they came out on fire.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I think we started pretty well. The first 20 minutes, the entire game was in their half. They couldn't get the ball from us. We just didn't create the chances that people that come and watch us play are used to seeing. You know what I mean? So we owned the ball, we owned the territory, we owned the game. We just weren't getting in front of goal. I think Maria had one chance that looked like it was going to be a goal, and we didn't have those chances. Like everybody gets all excited about that usually we do as a team. But then the second half of the first half, Midwestern gave us all kinds of fits. I was surprised that we didn't get scored on, to tell you the truth. But the second half was a little better. Nicole scored her second goal of her career, and then you just interviewed Kendall. What a good way to score her first, huh?
Well, it was extremely. The way she handled it was great, but Nicole too, the same way. She kind of got a rebound from Maria Francis and was able to kind of turn it back toward the goal.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how it came to her, but yeah, she got it with her back to goal, and there was a defender on her back, and she got spun and just smacked it in. It was a really good goal, And yeah, Maria should have had 4 or 5 tonight, but it just didn't happen for her, did it?
Well, talk a little bit about that too, from the standpoint that they, according to the statistics anyway, outshot you in that first half 6-1. That's why I said it seemed like it took a while to get going, and then in the second half, you outshot them incredibly well, and obviously come away with a 2-0 win.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we try to do. We try to attack. We try to create chances to score. So I think pretty much all season, except for that loss down to Dallas Baptist, yeah. I think we've outshot the opponent. And I guess soccer sometimes doesn't take care of you. Sometimes it does. If you outshoot the opponent, you usually win. And so I guess that's what's been happening this year.
Well, and Kendall kind of talked and everything that's going on in this too. You can kind of sense that just watching. It seems like they have a lot out there enjoying themselves, trying to be aggressive on the field.
Yeah, I don't know what the balance of just being serious and having fun is, but we do both. Yeah. We take our soccer very seriously, and we also try to have fun. But the Kendall and Reagan and Emily and Zoe and Mandy and Brooke and all the kids that have played in the back. I mean, this is our 11th shutout.
Right.
Yeah, and you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. If you don't get scored on in this sport, you can't lose.
That's right.
I guess you could tie 0-0. We did that twice this
year.
Times, yeah. Those are good, man.
It's your 11th win. Of course, more importantly, it's your 5th win in LSC. And so now you get to go on the road, go over to Eastern, and that's obviously a friendly competition before you come back here for 2.
Yeah, we go to Portales, play Eastern on Wednesday. They're kind of at the bottom of the conference, but you don't assume anything when WT plays Eastern New Mexico. And then St. Mary's comes here. Yep. That's my former assistant, so it's always a little bit of a reunion when Kevin comes to Canyon, and a couple of the girls played when he was playing, and so they definitely don't want to lose to his new team. And then it's senior night, man. I guess we're getting that close to the end of the season.
End of the regular season, that's right. Then, of course, the playoffs are right around the corner. Well, congratulations on the win. A nice one, 2-0, and again on the road, and we'll see you back here next weekend. All right. Chad Webb joining us here on the postgame show. Again, the Lady Buffs come away with a 2-0 win and advance, obviously, in the Lone Star Conference as they improve to 5-1-2, 11-1-2 overall for the season. Big thanks, as always, to our Thunder Vision crew for taking care of this one for us tonight. Daniel Colombo up directing and producing and trying to do everything that we need to get the good pictures. Cheyenne Jonas is out here on camera along with Dalila Adeyema King. I'm not going to get that right yet. I'm getting close. But Dalia does a nice job, and Javier Rivera Cordero down here on camera for us as well. Again, Lady Buffs win this one 2-0. Until the next time, we'll come back on your way on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.